Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Today is Saturday, October 29th, 2022. I have here a 2010 Chevrolet Camaro with a 3.6 liter engine. This is a dual cam. This is a dual cam BBT direct injection engine. It's one of the, I like these engines. They are a little bit complex. They have way too many variables. Anyway, this car came in. It came in running. It came in with the a noise. Every time you start it, you can hear a noise. Kind of like the, obviously I cannot start it right now. I took it apart. But it sounded kind of like you got a bad rod bearing, piston rod bearing. That's what it sounded like. And it came from the right side bank, which is bank number 1. The noise came from right side bank number 1, but number 2 and 4 were misfiring. So let me show you. I got my scanner hooked up already. And obviously I cannot show you what it's doing because the car is not going to start. I already took it apart. It came in with the check engine light on. It came in misfiring. It's got other codes already because, but don't mind it. In order for me to tear down the engine, I had to disconnect other things. So that's why it's throwing off those codes, because all of these sensors are unhooked. But the main code that came in with it was the P0300, which is engine misfire detected. And the other code was P0302, cylinder 2 misfire detected, and P0304, cylinder 4 misfire detected. So these people already changed the spark plugs, these people already changed the coils, and this misfire continues. Let me turn the key off because this is annoying. Like I said, I had to tear down this engine. It sounded like something at the top was loose. So I took the intake, I took the valve covers off. And let me show you what I found. This is bank number 1. So this is going to be number 1, 3, 1, 3, and 5. And this is going to be 2, 4, and 6. So these 2 were misfiring, and the noise was coming from over here. And let me show you this. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but just keep your eyes on this cam phaser. Like I said, this is this one has 4 cam phasers. And it's got two hydraulic actuators, and it's got 2 camshaft position sensors on this head, and it's gonna have the same thing on the other head. So you're looking at 4 camshaft position sensors and 4 camshaft actuators. So keep your eye on this cam phaser. Like, let me show you right here. As you can see, every time I turn, see, this is locked in place. It is locked in place. Let me try this right here. See, they're locked in place. But check this one out. You see that? The camshaft is actually turning. The camshaft is turning and the chain is not even moving. So that's not supposed to happen. Once the engine is off, the camshafts, they're supposed to lock in place. That way when you start your engine, it'll be on time. But this, you see, it's moving freely. It's not supposed to do that. None of these move. They're not supposed to move. They might have a little play in it, but very minimum. And out of all the four, all these three, they're locked in place. They are locked in place, except for this one. So that's why these people were having a hard time trying to figure it out why 2 and 4 are misfiring when the issue is over here. But what we're gonna do, this is a big job and I cannot film this job because golly, it's gonna take hours. I gotta undo the whole front end of the engine in order for me to remove this gum facer. Yeah, hopefully there was another way, but there's not. So I gotta move this gum facer. I'm gonna replace, since I'm gonna remove the timing, I'm gonna replace this one and I'm gonna replace this one. That way there's no any other issues later down the road. I'm not sure if the customer is gonna want me to replace all 4 of them. All of these, all 3 are good except this one. So, but just to cover my ass, my butt, I'm gonna go ahead and replace both of them. If the customer wants me to replace this, I can replace them too. This too. And but that's gonna be an extra charge right there. So if you have any issues, with this engine and you already replaced all 6 spark plugs, all 6 coils, all 6 injectors, all of the sensors and actuators, and if you already replaced everything from the outside and your problem's still there, this is what you need to look into. You know, I can see it more often. They're starting to fail. The scum face are starting to fail. So I already replaced like 6 of them and 3 different vehicles. And so this is how, before I started throwing parts at it, you know, I'll do my homework and I always check for power, I always check for spark, I always check the spark plugs and inspect them and make sure that they're in good condition. And I run a few tests on them, and when I cannot find anything out here, then the next thing is tearing it up. I had to open it anyway because it was making a noise and it was coming from up here and it was loud. So maybe I thought maybe something fell off, like a rocker arm fell off, or maybe like a hydraulic lifter fell, or you know, maybe something was broken. But I don't see anything broken. I couldn't find anything broken in here. Yeah, it's pretty clean. There's nothing broken other than the cum facer. You see, I can almost do a half turn over here. You see, and it's the only one that moves. That's not supposed to happen. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna go ahead and tear down this engine, the front of it, and we're gonna put new cam facers, new timing chain, new tensioners, new guides, everything in the front, and that should take care of the problem. So at this point, I just want to make this video and let you know what my diagnosis was on this car and how I'm gonna repair it. And if this is helpful for you, just hit the like button and subscribe. And I'm gonna keep making videos that will help you diagnose these cars. Yeah, being a mechanic or being a good mechanic doesn't mean that you can change brakes and rotors and oil and change an alternator. Being a good mechanic is figuring it out what the actual problem is, instead of throwing parts at it and making your customers pay for it. This is why people like to come to me, because I'll tell them straight up what's wrong with it. 99.9% of the time I get it right. And there's been a few that I misdiagnosed, but not a lot. Oh, I diagnosed them and I diagnosed them right, but then there's something else wrong with it. But 99.9% of the time, I'm right on the dot. That's why people like coming to me. Not to talk down about everybody else, but a lot of these old school mechanics, they try to mess with them, but they don't understand these engines. In order for you to fix something, you have to understand it first. And these engines are a little more complex than the engines back in the day. There's too many variables in here. You got your actuators, you got your cam facers, you got your valve train, your coils, your spark plugs, computers, crankshaft position sensor, temperature sensor, mass airflow sensor, your throttle body, electronic throttle body. There's just way too many variables, and if you don't know what you're doing, you can misdiagnose all of these issues. You will misdiagnose all of these cars. But anyway, thank you for watching. Hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll be making more videos for you guys. Thank you very much.